Hi, it's Anthony here, new episode of The Thing. What's up? Don't know, you there?
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm here, hello.
Yeah, I've had a bad day. I'm annoyed. But,
What happened?
what do you mean? I've been like this since the call started.
No, you haven't. What happened?
I'm just annoyed, you know. I've seen a lot of stuff today.
Is this because of the video I sent you?
No, I'm just pissed off.
What happened?
I don't want to make it, it's not going to affect the episode though. I don't want it to affect the episode.
It already is. What's going on?
I'm fine.
Tan. Should we stop?
No, don't stop fucking recording.
What is happening?
Don't you dare stop recording, Jerry.
There was no sign of this before we started.
Yeah,
what happened?
It's a bit.
This is a terrible bit.
I just love the idea of being like, I'm not going to let it affect the show. I'll be like the most miserable fucking person.
Oh my god, he's me. What the hell? Yeah, wow. What a strong start. Tell me, Tan, you mentioned that there was going to be an end to the Wikipedia trilogy.
Yes, and this is it. This is the final Wikipedia trilogy. Not because I think it's getting stale, because I enjoy doing these.
They are pretty
immensely. Well, because
how are you going to top Bigfoot? Yeah,
because I think people will get sick of them after number 4.
Yeah, we have to do an SCP at least once every 5 episodes, or we die.
Yeah.
Well, we did Bigfoot and we did Roswell.
That was
how are you
the
going to top
conditions
those?
of my contract with the SCP Devil.
Yeah, every 5 episodes we have to cover an SCP.
Madagascar, 220 people are forced to read an SCP article.
Fucking, oh my god, you read the latest Chainsaw Man?
I've not, no.
Oh,
have you
it's
seen
so
that,
good.
the fork devil meme?
Yeah, I have.
It's all his forks in the ground.
It goes kind of hard, I'm not going to lie.
But anyway.
Yeah, what do you have planned?
I have so much planned. We've gone into the jungles, the natural world. We've seen Bigfoot. We've learned about his story, his passions.
Yeah,
we've gone into the realm of science. We've gone to the desert, to Nevada, to New Mexico, actually, to where the aliens touched down. So we've explored both halves of our world, our planet, planet Earth, Terra. But what if I say today we're not going to look at Terra, but terror, as we go somewhere outside of our world, and we discover that with moon landing, did it happen or did it not?
Oh,
we're gonna
please.
We're going to settle the question today, once and for all.
No, not like this, please.
We're gonna settle.
I wasn't even prepped.
What do you mean?
What do you mean settle it? The moon landing had happened.
Well, if you believe that, we're going to confirm it today.
Oh, is that so with one Wikipedia article?
Exactly. Well, we're going to read between the lines.
Oh, okay.
To see the real story. And if the real story is that it happened, well, they'll let the chips fall where they may.
See, this is how you know Tan Honey hates autistic people. He's asking me to read between the lines. It's my weakness.
Would be like Sherlock Holmes. He was probably like that.
Sure. Like that? He won't even say it.
I get really worried that people will think I'm legitimately it's like a horrible person.
There's no way anyone thinks you hate autistic people when you wrote Musashi the way you did.
But
I think most people just think you're autistic and don't know it. But I'm not going to diagnose you. That's for
on
you
our
and your
podcast.
psychiatrist.
I
Yeah.
don't have a psychiatrist. I don't need one.
Oh.
I'm in the peak, my peak both mentally and physically.
Yeah. Sure. Viewers, please leave your condolences.
Do you send a maintenance man in for a marble statue? Of course not.
By the way, I forgot Spotify had comments, and I also forgot how to read them, even though someone taught us at some point.
That is the black box of our channel. We could have a thriving community over there, and we would never know.
Yeah. Never know. Let me see if I can figure it out. Hold on. I'm going to Discovering SCP right now. Ready? Is it still called that? Yes, it is. The latest one, it's too late to stop him now. Yeah, I have no clue how to read comments on this. Yep, no idea. Alright, but that doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter. What matters is the moon. Have you seen it? Have you seen it recently?
No, but have you heard the news in a week's time?
No, it's not, well, actually, I haven't. What's the news?
Wait, have you actually not?
No, what's the news?
Okay, this is cool as fuck. So, on September 29th, in exactly 1 week's time, we're going to get a second mini-moon for, like, a couple of months.
Oh, I did hear about this, actually, yeah.
Yeah! Yeah, it's going to be sick. I'm already expecting there to be at least 3 SCP articles about it.
Will we land on it?
Probably not, because it's only going to be around for one orbit, so it's only going to be here, like, 2-ish months.
That's how losers think.
Could you imagine spending hundreds of $1 millions to go? It's not like the moon, it's like a tiny, like, asteroid. I don't think you're going to be able to.
So
I'm curious though if we'll be able
because you're too cowardly to land on the new moon. You're now disputing that it's a moon.
What I'm curious is, will we be able to see it in the sky, or will it only be like nerds with giga telescopes who can see it?
I can see it.
Because if we can see it in the sky, I'm going to pog the fuck out.
They modelled most telescopes after my retinas, so I'll be able to see it.
Is that so?
Yeah.
You're that one fucking person from MHA with the zoom quirk?
No, mine are just natural like that. They were like, Tanhony, we need to see space more. Can we please scan your eye? It's like, how much?
He was born
for the sake of science. It's like, get out.
Get out. You're fucking killing aura flares.
Yeah. It's like,
the world is only mine to witness.
I forgot to restrain my anger, and I may have severed your left arm, Mr. Scientist.
You actually have to seal your eyes at all times so they don't exercise imperial authority.
And he's like, aye! My arm is like, so noisy.
Can you bear the full weight of my notice?
Oh, I didn't notice you. Sorry.
Did you know?
Now I have.
They call me the noticer.
You've fallen into the realm of my ability.
I see you. Do you have the article for me on the moon landing?
Absolutely.
Can you give me?
Well, not just the moon landing, but of course moon landing conspiracy theories, because these are the arguments we want to shoot down. Because we played devil's advocate in the last two, basically, supporting the crackpot faction. But this time,
devil's advocate
I will be
a cool Chainsaw Man character.
But this time, I will be God's advocate, a holy knight.
God's advocate.
An archangel.
Stand by the moon.
An honorary archangel, a seraphim among humanity, if you will.
Guy has a little bit of good eyesight and has become so cocky.
Wow. You would say that to me, you and me are power?
What?
That angel rankings are so far apart and you're talking to me like this. You're just a power and I'm a seraphim.
Oh, I forgot power is one of the angel rankings. Hold on, where's the angel hierarchy?
You need to be at least a throne before you talk to me like that.
How do angels rank up?
I guess it's training.
Alright, hold on. I'm looking. So, you called me a power, so I'm the lowest of the middle orders, and you're a seraphim, which is the highest of the highest orders?
Yes, that's correct.
I don't see thrones on this list, though.
They're an esoteric
it's Ophanim. It's Ophanim, I see. It's another name. They're the lowest on the highest orders. God damn. So what does a power do? Let's take a read here.
They get fucking owned to establish that other people are strong.
I have power over evil forces, which I'm able to restrain to keep them from doing harm. They also oversee the power which human beings, such as kings, have been given in the world. And then you are a seraphim.
I'm just the biggest, strongest angel. And if you see me, you like turn to ash.
So it's funny because you're the highest ranking angel, but you seem like way more useless than me. So like I oversee the power used in the world, right? But all seraphims do is lead worship in heaven by singing endless praises.
Hey,
Cyril.
Don't knock it.
That's like all you do. I'm doing the hard work out here. What? You have a nice cushy executive
It says
job.
endless on the car. You want to know how many hours a day I work?
How many?
1.
You know what you do have? You have the angel equivalent of a fake email job.
This could have been for him.
This could have been a him. This was not necessary. No, I must insist. Endless praises time.
It's like God's secretaries. It's like, God, you have a meeting at 3 p.m. with the God of Mars.
I gotta say, and this is not to sound like a cocky atheist, because I was a Christian for a while, and I respect that. But as far as I know, angel orders are not canon; they're like extracurricular. It is really funny to me that God would like create the most powerful angel, and all it does is unendingly 24/7 talk about how goated he is.
You think he regretted it like 5 minutes after he made it?
Yeah, he's like, this is so
He's like,
fucking
I can't delete it. It's too strong.
God's wearing his AirPods to avoid
It's
them.
like it's always following him. And like he pays someone, it's like, what's that thing next to you? He's like, just ignore that. The fucking,
they call him Skibbity.
It's like, what's that thing next to you? That's a fucking mistake. Just don't look at it.
I'm so sorry, I didn't think this through.
You can't delete it, it's just there forever.
It's too strong.
Then why not make it the strongest fucking thing ever? I can't get rid of it.
Heaven's burning down. He's like, I need someone to help me fight the invaders. It's just like, you're so cool. I love you.
The celestial glazers.
The celestial glazers. They're the fucking hype man in the rap battle.
They're constantly talking about him like fucking Urami talks about Sukuna. It's like Moses is like, holy shit, this fucking... Did Moses see the burning bush?
Yeah.
And there was a little seraphim like...
No, or was it Abraham? One of those.
Whoever saw the fucking burning bush, it was like the little angel next to him, like, at that moment, when he saw the burning bush, he understood what it means to be afraid. A rabbit before a predator. This was the strongest God. It was like, God, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's the Seraphim's backing track.
This is a constant narration about how great he is.
Every time there's like glazing stuff in manga, that's just a Seraphim going off. I love it.
Anyway, we're 10 minutes in.
You know what the Seraphim does? Seraphim does that thing in JJK. It's like he defeated the Star Clan or whatever the fuck.
He defeated Baal and the presidents of Hell. Sacked the city pandemonium. Yeah.
God's empty feats.
Off screen.
Off screen? How much do you think God off screens?
Presumably a lot. I've never seen him.
Oh my god. He's been fighting Urume the whole time. Anyway, we were reading about the moon landing.
Yeah, well, the moon landing conspiracy theories. So we're going to find out. This began from the fact that I said offhandedly that I would be God's advocate.
Yeah,
we will support
conspiracy theories.
We will support the position that the moon landing happened, or at least I will.
Yes, indeed.
Moon landing conspiracy theories claim that some or all elements of the Apollo program and the associated moon landings were hoaxes staged by NASA, possibly with the aid of other organizations like Disney. The most notable claim of these conspiracy theories is that the 6 crewed landings were faked, and that 12 Apollo astronauts did not actually land on the moon. In reality, it was 13.
Oh my god.
The 13th astronaut.
Yeah. Wait, you haven't read Record of Ragnarok, right?
I've not, no, but I know a great deal about it from what you've told me.
So they do this whole thing, right, when they introduce Poseidon, who's supposed to be like the strongest physical god.
I know what you mean.
Where they're like, there was a 13th god, but he pissed Poseidon off, so he killed him, and his name was struck from history. No one dared speak about him. It's so good.
The 4 that landed on the moon the first time, the 3 could see that he was becoming too strong for the moon. He could not be allowed to return to Earth.
The 13th astronaut guy was like, wait, this isn't the moon, this is just a studio in LA, and then a gun behind him.
Neil's like, why did you notice? He's like crying, like a One Piece sweeping.
He was born with the Tanhoney bloodline, so his eyes were able to perceive.
That man, George Armstrong.
You'll be erased from the family lineage. It's like you'll never have existed.
The people need to know.
America.
They need to know that moon isn't real. He's like, so you won't back down no matter what.
Asphyxiate him.
He's like, you're crying up behind his like his spaceman helmet. There's like tears coming out the bottom of the bubble a bit, like it's one big eye.
He's like, you can't mean it, but we grew up together. Flashbacks like to a single frame of them, like as kids laughing
in astronaut suits.
Yeah, they were training even then.
Yeah, like,
when I grow up, we're gonna go to the moon. You bet. Flash to like a studio with cameras. I said we were gonna go to the moon no matter what it took.
There was no moon to go to. Big row.
Oh.
Bang.
My theory is that when they landed, they realized it was not the moon, but something else.
I love we've almost entirely dispensed with even the pretense of reading Wikipedia at this point.
We're 2 sentences in.
We're not getting much further. We're just going to talk shit for an hour, and I would have it no other way.
If you imagine you landed on the moon and you're like, wait, why is it squishy? And then it starts to heave with breathing.
I think it's cheese.
Yeah, sure.
So, moons. Mm-hmm. What can we establish about the moon? In my mind, the moon has it's either it has cheese and it is made of cheese, or it has rabbits on it.
I think it's rocky with rabbits.
What do you mean? Oh, rocky with rabbits. Okay, but is it rocky cheese?
Yeah. No.
Okay, so no.
I think
cheese.
Rocky
cheese
was from the moon. And then when Rocky came down to try and talk about the moon, you turned him into a dog.
I couldn't allow it. He saw.
He saw what happened. He's like,
one was meant to
they
be
weren't up there,
up
but I was. Why did they have to stand on it? There's tears in his eyes. I was only trying to protect humanity.
They arrived on the moon and there was someone already there. All the astronauts have since been eliminated, so they couldn't talk.
Oh my god, who do you think's on the moon? I'm curious.
The man in the moon, of course.
It was the Seraphim. He got pissed off you interrupted the endless praise. He used his power for the first time in his life.
In Renaissance Italy, it said that Leonardo da Vinci invented a flying machine. Why is it not? Why is it so mad then that in the time of the Roman Empire they invented a rocket?
Shut up! That's they had that. That's why they burned down the Library of Alexandria. They're like, no one can go back to the moon. They can't know.
It's like Neil Armstrong winds his eyes. It's like it's said that Nero played the fiddle as Rome burned. I always wondered how he had such a good view of it. And he's like, you see someone like with a violin.
He's on the moon. Yeah. He's watching from above. How sweet the flames.
I will return as Emperor of Humanity.
Like, allow me. Takes a step off the moon, starts floating down.
He's conquered gravity. Once you live in a world of zero gravity, you learn how to make it for yourself.
This is my ability, all G. All right, where were you? The most notable claim? Hello?
Most notable claim. Most notable claim of the conspiracy is that 6 crew landings were faked and 12 Apollo astronauts did not actually land on the moon. Various groups and individuals have made claims since the mid-1970s that NASA and others knowingly misled the public into believing the landings happened, by manufacturing, tampering with, or destroying evidence, including photos, telemetry tapes, radio and TV transmissions, and moon rock samples. With a lot of these things, the reason I don't believe them is I do not believe in the power of human organization.
Yeah. Anytime you've worked in like an actual corporate or government setting, you realize how much because
there
movies
would be
and
more
media, it's always like
in this conspiracy than surface.
Yeah. Like every time in movies they're like, oh, it's the hyper competent, like you cannot stop the government, but in reality it's like a bunch of fucking morons and bureaucracy.
It's like one. It's full of tiny cogs, and every tiny cog believes that their role is insignificant and they don't need to try that hard.
Exactly. Although I will say, I've never seen a moon rock sample. You think there'd be more of them around?
Where do you think you would have encountered it?
In a museum or something? I've been to a ton of museums and science centers. Never seen one.
What do you think the building's made out
of? Why would they build the whole building out of it?
To show the power of mankind.
You thought we couldn't bring down a truckload
of moon rocks? There's like a little moon man outside. He's like, no, a precious stone. They built a building out of it.
I'm weakened.
It's like, that's our ancestors solidify into rock. You're building your kingdom out of their corpses. And they're smiling like, how do you think any kingdom is built?
It shows like a pile of bodies under the image.
It's like, I'm making my throne.
Amazing Grace, how sweet the sound.
You know in One Piece, like a new guy shows up, it always comes up like his subtitles like, the cruelest pirates lord, Don Palabo Grande.
Don Palabo?
It's like the most evil human, Tammany.
the most evil moon collector.
Look, I took so many moon rocks and made a mini moon of my own. Perhaps there are mini moon men on there. And I start poking the mini-moon with my finger. How many do you think I'm getting?
Draws a little face on a moon rock. It's almost like they're alive again, isn't it?
Here, you can keep this. This was your dad.
Throws it to like a little gray alien crying.
It's like, no, I won't let you get away with this.
You can't be doing this! That's my father!
Oh, and who's going to stop me?
What actually, Glimlog? It was your father.
We may have put a man on.
Now it's just my bauble.
We may have put a man on a moon, but your mistake was putting one of yours on our Earth.
Humanity claims the moon. It's just too bad the moon's people had no humanity to be claimed.
Oh my god. Like the Reaper Scythe. Hold on, like sci-fi weapons? Hold on.
The key
Do you think
word
they have blasters on the moon?
is human rights.
We have feelings! We can think and speak!
Alas, you'll never be human. Compared to that, your minds are irrelevant.
Jesus. That's fucked. Do you think someone out there like that exists? Probably. There's a lot of bad people.
Don't worry,
for one, would make
you
friends
need only
with the
be
moon,
born
though.
as a human in your next life. I'm wishing you luck.
Wait, does this imply that if you die, you can also be born as a moonman?
That's blasphemy. Anyone who
Right.
defends moonmen are worse than moonmen.
Oh my god.
Take it.
They're the victims.
Indeed. The victims born on that cold, dry husk. We must liberate them from their terrible lives.
Tell me, do you see cattle as victims? Me, I see them as an opportunity. An investment, if you will.
If you were to go out into the street and see a beast had been struck by a truck, wouldn't you put it out of its misery?
Just running a moonman over with a rocket.
When I look at your soul, Glinglog, I see only a mutilated herd.
You're not even in the lowest order of angels. God doesn't
It
protect
says
you.
that 7 ranks of angels ascend above mankind, but you are below even the most detestable human.
God damn. God hates the moonman.
I'm not God, I'm just me in this scenario. I'm just an evil human.
Oh, where were we?
My brain's not big enough to use telepathy against him.
If only I had a little bit longer to train. And then the larger moonman shows up and he's like, go Gleep Glor. I'll take him on.
So, it's him. Glonglog from the Sea of Tranquility.
The Sea of Tranquility?
Yeah.
There's water on the moon now?
Wait, you don't know the Sea of Tranquility?
No, what's that?
It's on the moon.
You're making that up.
I'm not.
I'm Googling it. Sea of Tranquility. This is a book, Tan.
No, it's not.
Sea of Tranquility, a novel, Mandel, Emily St. John.
Yeah, the book is named after the Sea of Tranquility, you fucking dumbass.
How come I'm only seeing results for the book?
I don't know. I
Sea of
searched the same
Tranquility,
thing,
man.
and the first result is Wikipedia is the Sea of Tranquility.
It's a lunar mare that sits within Tranquillatus. It's called Mare Tranquillitatis. What the fuck is a lunar mare?
It's where a sea would be.
A lunar mare is a large, dark, flat plain on the moon that is made up of basaltic lava and is the result of lava flowing into ancient impact basins. What the hell? There used to be lava on the moon?
Oh, you saw the lava.
You saw it, didn't it? Why
Yeah.
else do you think I'd want to crack it open?
Here, I hand you a document.
Hold on. New cool villain plan. Wants to crack the moon like an egg over top the Earth to spill all the lava out on Earth. From the space.
Think of all the energy we could harvest from the moon's lava.
I love the idea of like smashing the moon,
moon.
smashing the moon really hard into Earth to crack it open like an egg, and then like pulling both halves apart.
And then they're like, delicious.
Mmm. I'll make sure to
Yummy,
separate the
yummy.
white from the protein.
Yummy, yummy in my tummy. Oh, you saw me.
Wait, if the moon is an egg, does that imply it could hatch?
Mr. Armstrong, there's another one.
It seems he's read too deeply. Does Armstrong have a cool sword?
He has the ancestral Armstrong blade, yes.
Yeah. There's a reason they call us Armstrong, his muscles flare.
So, that's the blade he took from the Martians. Lunar Corpse.
Oh my god, how's it spelled?
Lunar Corpse, like how it sounds.
Like, it's C-O-R-P-S-E?
Yeah, like a dead body.
Oh.
It's a pure white blade that can cut even wind.
Every blade can cut wind. That's not a feat, Mr. Armstrong. That's just how air works.
You misunderstood. I just cut the air inside your windpipe without wounding you. You will now suffocate.
Fucking grabbing my neck.
You're like, no, it's like, now you'll know how it felt during the moon landing.
To be in zero
the
gravity
idea
once
that he
more.
came out without his spacesuit, I'm like, we need a spacesuit quickly! There's no air!
He goes, no, I don't need oxygen anymore. I've seen the truth.
Oh, he's used one of the breathing techniques taught by NASA. It generates oxygen within the body, meaning you don't need outside air.
Theoretically, you don't need lungs so long as your cells are able to get into contact with the oxygen. Therefore, by opening cuts on his arms, he was able to take in what he needed directly with his blood cells.
Mr. Aldrin, why is he flexing his muscles like that? Oh, you don't know? He's using them as rudimentary lungs to store air.
Just like holding your arms out and like widening your fingers, and then they start to bulge with all the air intake. So he's mastered even that move. Very well, then. I suppose I'll have to get a little serious. It's been a while. Cracks the shoulder. Where were we again? We were reading something.
Yeah, we're talking... Well, the reading is secondary. It's tertiary at this point. We're here to talk about the fucking moon and whether it happened. So, moon...
I think it happened.
Let's lead the debate. First question. Is the moon real?
Yes.
Are you sure?
I can see it every night.
You can see, like, a ball in the sky? That could just be, like, above your town.
I don't know. I've been to other towns and I've seen it.
Every town has its own one.
What?
Every town has its own ball.
Why? What would be the point of this ruse?
To trick the American people.
It's just one big light bulb.
Yeah.
It's only in America? How come people in Europe can see the moon?
We're playing a prank on you.
I don't believe that for even a moment.
Why not?
England is incapable of being funny.
It's an effort led by Spain.
Oh. Hold on. This is starting to add up. I don't think I could buy that. It's just too expensive. I'm Team Moon is real.
Okay, interesting.
What's question 2?
Question 2. Question 2. Moon landing. Did it happen?
Of course.
Okay, describe what happened to me, and I'll play devil's advocate for a minute, but then I'll go back to being God's advocate.
So a rocket went up on the moon.
I'll act, much like Satan, I will be the accuser.
Sure. So rocket sent up, landed on the moon. Astronauts came out, had a jolly old time, went back in. Rocket went back down to Earth.
Okay. Did you know that Nixon had a speech written in case they couldn't come back? We were like, so we went to the moon. However,
did he actually?
Yeah, there's a speech. I'll find it. Moon.
Yeah, go find it. We should read that.
Failure speech.
I love the idea of preparing a speech in advance in case people died in a horrible tragedy.
Well, you don't want to have to do it on the spot.
I don't know. Seems insincere to me.
We find it worst.
Okay,
I've
I
got
just
it here.
believed in them.
I've got it. I want you to know that it's preceded by the words in all caps: "In event of moon disaster."
All right, can you link it?
I'll do better. You better. I'll read it.
Oh, okay. So this is fake.
This is no. This
I want to see the link.
Fine, I'll give you the fucking link. Jesus.
Sorry, I just don't want to believe in another hazardous dose.
This is from the government archives, so I don't know what all you want from me. Fate has
continue.
ordained that the men who went to the moon to explore in peace will stay on the moon to rest in peace. Jesus.
I love how even this implies they made it to the moon.
Yeah, well, that was never in doubt. These brave men, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin, know that there is no hope for their recovery. Could they hear this in the scenario? But they also know that there is hope for mankind in their sacrifice. These two men are laying down their lives in mankind's most noble goal, the search for truth and understanding. They will be mourned by their families and friends. They will be mourned by their nation. They will be mourned by the people of the world. They will be mourned by a Mother Earth that dared send 2 of her sons into the unknown.
Well, why are they pinning this on Mother Earth? This was NASA and the U.S. government. I don't know how it's her fault. It's redirecting blame.
It wasn't planned. The
Mother
big tree popped out of the ground and just launched them.
Yeah. She went, oh no, I didn't mean to launch them from the nest so soon.
And Nixon's like crossing his arms like, you reap what you sow, Mother. In their exploration, they stirred the people of the world to feel as one. In their sacrifice, they bind more tightly the brotherhood of man. In ancient days, men looked at stars and saw their heroes in the constellations. In modern times, we do much the same, but our heroes are epic men of flesh and blood. Others will follow and surely find their way home. Surely next time it'll work.
We're not going to stop trying, to be clear.
I have the next speech pre-written as well.
It is crazy that they did this in like 1969. I can't imagine on that old ass tech.
Yeah, this was actually probably pretty likely.
Yeah.
Man's search will not be denied, but these men were the first, and they will remain the foremost in our hearts. For every human being who looks up at the moon in the nights to come will know there is some corner of another world that is forever mankind. Prior to the president's statements, the president should telephone each of the widows to be. Any directions there, Guy, or do I just wing it at that point?
Yeah, wing it. I assume it's just like, I'm terribly sorry to inform you
Sorry,
your husband's dead.
Well, no, he's not dead. He's on the moon. And he's not coming back.
He's a straight chiller. We're not going to send rescue. It's too expensive.
After the president's statement, at the point when NASA ends communications with the men, at what point? That's supposed to. At what point is like, okay, bye.
Wait, hold on. Read this part.
A clergyman should adopt the same procedure as a burial at sea, commending their souls to the deepest of the deep, concluding with the Lord's Prayer.
All right, call the seraphim. We need him now.
But the idea, the phrase at the point when NASA ends communication, it's like, what point are you like, well, bye? What point do you put the phone down?
I think you inform them what happened. You say you're terribly sorry, that you'll make sure they're taken care of, and then you're like, just know that you let them grieve until they calm down, and then you just be like, all right, you take care.
Good luck.
Up.
Good luck. That'd be so fucked up.
Yeah. Wow, you better get a job.
It's like, well, let's see what happens.
They could float down.
In the scenario, you're Neil Armstrong and I'm Richard Nixon giving you a call.
All right, yeah. Hello?
This is the President of the United States.
Okay, hello, Mr. President.
We heard you're having some trouble on the moon.
Yeah, but, we have enough rations for a couple of months. You should be able to send a rescue up here. I know you have a spare rocket.
So I actually wanted to run that over with you. I wanted to go over with you.
Yeah, no doubt. Is there a spot we should wait on?
Yeah. So, Sea of Tranquility, you know it? How does it look up there?
You won't believe the things we've saw. There's a whole colony of moon men. They have great knowledge and kindness. I think they could really be an asset to humanity.
Now, this is important. Do they have oxygen tanks? The answer to this is no, you say. Oh. You hear me go off for a bit. Yeah, we're going to need the other speech, I think.
What was that, sir?
Oh, that was unrelated matter. There's a ball game later. I have to appear.
Oh, okay. But you're gonna send rescue, right?
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wait, should we? It just hangs up,
Yeah.
never calls
He
back.
got scared. Come got. It
We
became
have
too
to kill the
obvious.
moon men. They
It's
saw
like-
everything.
It's like we can't have them telling people we abandoned them. We'll launch a nuke at the moon.
He killed the moon men.
It's like there can't be any witnesses.
As if the moon men could reach the Earth.
No, I mean, like, it's to eliminate Neil Armstrong, so they can't tell people that he got abandoned on the moon. Like, they can't see a massive fucking nuke go off if they look up.
They launch a nuke on the moon. 50 years later, they come to the moon to explore again, and then he's there. He's all like buff and punished.
He's
He's like, I've been training with the moon men. They taught me their moon breathing technique. I no longer need oxygen.
Oh, sorry about that. It's still me, by the way. I'm still Richard Nixon.
I came up to the moon myself.
I felt so bad.
I don't know why you're doing Richard Nixon. He was not the president when this happened.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was Kennedy.
Wait. You're right. No.
Who was president during moon landing? I'm Googling it. It was Richard Nixon.
Yeah, it was Richard
It was
Nixon.
Kennedy.
Because he started the great space era.
Oh, okay. He must have signed off on it, but it was Nixon when it happened.
Yeah, it wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Okay, it was
I remember
said
because
by
in Doctor
President John
Who,
Kennedy.
there's an episode about the moon landing and Nixon's in it.
Oh, okay.
I knew it.
Yeah. I can't believe Nixon got to do Watergate and the moon landing. That's a crazy resume.
Yeah.
Bro was in it all.
He was the greatest and most vile of humans.
We should probably start the second paragraph of this Wikipedia article
Oh, yeah,
at some
yeah,
point.
We're barely even entertaining the premise that we're investigating the moon landing.
we just create lore now. That's it.
Much third-party evidence for the landings exists, and detailed rebuttals of the hoax claims have been made. Since the late 2000s, high-definition photos taken by the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, LRO, modelled after my eyeball, of the Apollo landing sites have captured the lunar module descent stages and the tracks left by the astronaut. The tracks we can track.
Those are fake. They're like fake Bigfoot photos. Yeah.
Find
those astronauts!
Sounds like behind a rock.
No, they took the astronauts, they welcomed them back to Earth, and they realized it was moonmen wearing their suits, and they go, "But where are?" And they smirk.
It's
Back on the moon.
like we let
They're
them wear our
training,
shirts.
Nixon.
We swapped clothes with them, but they didn't.
That-
They found the
the rocket
experience
has, like,
quite explosive.
The rocket has high-tech security, but it scans what shirt you're wearing, not like your eyes. Those are the clothes you came in, huh? Oh my goodness. Alright, continue.
Oh yes, about the... In 2012, images were released showing 5 of the 6 Apollo missions' American flags erected on the moon still standing. Who knocked over the 6th one? Oh. The exception is that of Apollo 11, which has lain on the lunar surface since being blown over by the Lunar Module Ascent Propulsion System.
Could you imagine your rocket blows over the flag and you're like, we're not going back for that. Just so
That's
you
like,
know,
yeah.
we're not-
Like, you're
hurtling
looking out the
through space.
window as you're like, wow, we're leaving our... Oh, oops.
But see, this is why they put down 6 of the flags. It is
Like-
interesting, though. The moon doesn't have wind, so the flags will just, like, stay up forever, won't they?
Apart from that one that they fucked up.
Oh.
They'll just sail
They got
off.
5.
Yeah, but it could have had 6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes. Despite the fact that they are demonstratively false and universally regarded as pseudoscience, opinion polls taken in various locations between 1994 and 2009 have shown that between 6% and 20% of Americans, 25% of Britons, and 28% of Russians surveyed believe that the crewed landings were faked. We're so cooked. As a species, we're so fucked. Even as late as 2001, the Fox television network documentary Conspiracy Theory, Did We Land on the Moon? Claims NASA faked the first landing in 1969 to win the space race.
Bro.
What a fucking world we live in. I'm actually like...
Well, why would anyone ever need to research anything or, like, think when they can just, like, be like, what if this happened, bro?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I feel like we need a culling right now, and I'm going to make it happen right now.
Damn.
So I've just begun.
call.
It's already started.
No, stop it. Call it off.
I feel like we've achieved a surplus of humans. We're going back down to 1% and seeing if we can get a better stock this time.
Are you the fucking Spiral King?
Yeah.
We're in danger, the Moonman consensus. What was that? Villain laugh.
That was my villain laugh. Did you like it?
Oh. It was alright.
What do you like about it? What distracted you from it for you?
I just think it was a little lackluster. Not enough cackle, not enough volume.
Okay, how about this? You see that over there? That's your house, right?
Wait, what are you doing? Why are your imperial eyes glowing?
I'm staring very intensely at your gas heater.
5% notice.
And then you get a flashlight. It's like fucking One Piece of the ship. It's like, I was really happy being your house, but I don't think I can support you anymore. And they like got this blown away.
No! Your house protected you from 5%, but what about 6? That's the percent that knocked over the flag on the moon, all the way from Earth. That was your rage in England because America got there first. You knocked one of the flags over. You got a little angry about it. Anyway, I think we have to read this Origins part? Question mark?
Yes, Origins of the Moon. An early influential book about the subject of a moon landing conspiracy. We never went to the moon. America's $30 billion swindle was self-published in 1976 by Bill Kaysing, a former US Navy officer with a Bachelor of Arts in English. Despite having no knowledge of rockets or technical writing, great start, Kaysing was hired as a senior technical writer in 1956 by Rocketdyne, the company that built the F-1 engines used on the Saturn V rockets. This is your goat? Conspiracy theorist, this is your goat? He served as head of the technical publication unit at the company's propulsion field laboratory until 1963. The many allegations in Kaysing's book effectively began discussion of the moon landing being faked. This is a prime time traveller target, I have to say.
Jesus.
You know, like, somewhere, like, in preparation for when we get time travel, there's got to be a list, right? There's got to be a list.
And who's on it?
I mean, it's like just a list of, well, there's the big guys, you know, there's like dictators and like warmongers and stuff, but there's also like, you know, people who made the world like a little bit worse. And, you know,
Bill Kaysing?
Yeah, Bill Kaysing's like, he's there somewhere. He's not like a prime target, but he's going to be ticked off the list, I imagine.
He's in the tertiary list. It's like, if you happen to be in the year 1976.
Well, no, it's not. We're going to get these people like, as soon as we can time travel. So it's like, just tick them off one by one.
My biggest proof for time travel is like the reason these people still exist is why I think we're never going to get it, because someone in the future would have done it already.
Yeah, well, maybe there are other people who did got, and we just don't know about them.
And that's why we have the Mandela effect, because this keeps changing.
You mean like you don't remember like some Glandos, do you?
That's not a person. You made that up.
I didn't. He used to exist in the prior timeline.
What did he do? What was his crime?
How could I know? He was erased from history.
What put him on the list above all the other horrible figures in history we still have? What made him higher priority?
He did it twice as bad.
Twice as bad?
Yeah. The time travel. That's why we have to get this guy now.
He drank the entire ocean up with one straw. He was so thirsty.
I was like, why did you do this? Everyone's dying. He's like...
He goes, burp.
He's like, I will eat when I'm hungry. And I will kill anyone in my... I will kiss when I'm
strange.
And I kill anyone in my
The more I drink this ocean water, the thirstier I get. It's because it's salt water. You're not supposed to slurp.
Salt.
He's already been conceived by the greed. After all, why shouldn't I? It's perfect for pasta. Have you seen those people, by the way, who like get water from the ocean and make their own sea salt, and it's like cracked?
Like Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts. It's like entirely too much work, but you can like get water from the ocean and just make your own sea salt.
Why don't you just like scoop it out with like a spoon?
Well, you have to separate the salt from the water. And then to get sea salt, you have to like bake it in the oven as well. It's like a process.
I guess.
You never seen that?
No. Well, I know about the thing. Sea salt ice
What's
cream.
the thing? I never heard of that, actually.
That's in Kingdom
Go ahead, tell me
Hearts.
Oh my god.
It's Roxas's
This guy only
favorite
knows
ice cream.
Kingdom Hearts. I've never played Kingdom Hearts. I remember watching a playthrough like forever ago for the first and second games, I think.
The
But I can't
story
remember
is
anything.
very convoluted as the further you get on. The first game is pretty simple.
Yeah.
There's then a game
One-
for the Game Boy which is like, oh, this is still pretty simple, what we're introducing. But then it starts to like devour itself.
One of these episodes, we should find like a blog post or something that like goes over the lore of Kingdom Hearts, and we should just try to read that.
That sounds interesting.
It could be a good time. Continue, by the way.
Oh yes, absolutely I will. The book claims that the chance of successful crewed landing on the moon was calculated to be 0.0017%. You know, we did it anyway. And that despite close monitoring by the US side, it would have been easier for NASA to fake the moon landings than to really go there. Citation, that doesn't sound quite right.
Oh wait, hold on. They've got some real sources in this next paragraph. You should
in
keep
1980, the Flat Earth Society... Oh, sorry. I didn't realise the goats were here.
My apologies, sirs.
Accused NASA of faking the landings, arguing they were staged by Hollywood with Walt Disney sponsoring. I was joking when I said Disney.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how did you call that?
Based on a script by Arthur C. Clarke and directed by Stanley Kubrick. Why would you get so many big fucking names?
I love the idea that it was directing this like shoddy, like black and white, like barely legible film.
Why would you guess why would you want artistic value in this fake footage?
Yeah, why would Stanley Kubrick even like? What would he add to that?
Why would you ask him? It's like at one point in the scenario, would he be like, "So what are we filming? We're making a fake moon landing." What the fuck are you talking about?
Kubrick would never. Continue, please.
Yes, of course. Have you seen like the follow-up conspiracy theory that The Shining was like his confession for doing the moon landing?
I have not. Is that
But
real?
it's like there's all sorts of hidden messages that he feels guilty about. It was like if you like scammed all of humanity. I got two questions. First, why would you confess to it by putting coded messages in your horror movie adaptation of a Stephen King novel? And number two, why would the government let you?
Yeah, exactly. No one noticed. Only you, the smartest of viewers, can understand
Only
the
you, who
subliminal
hasn't
messages.
taken your pills for a week now, have managed to know it.
I love those memes who are like, it's like some celebrity saying something nice, and they're like, I understood the subliminal message. I'm going to the coordinates and preparing my weapons, or whatever the fuck.
Exactly.
I've understood your orders.
Whenever
man.
it's like, they're always putting subliminal programs. Like, why? Why would they?
Yeah, they don't have to. You see how like overt and
would
shitty
they-
propaganda is, and it still works. Like, why would they invest the time and
But
energy?
it's always like, I saw 10 years
Although,
ago there was mention of
to be fair-
Corona in this thing.
To be fair, funnily enough, have you ever seen that video about where the Disney Channel theme comes from by the who is it? Is it the Funkland? One of those channels. Have you seen that?
I've not seen that one, but I know the channel.
So the guy goes on this it's an hour-long video. It's actually really beautiful. You should watch it. And he like goes and interviews and does all this research to find out the guy who made the Disney Channel theme, the da 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 da, and like show off his other music. But there's a scene in it when he's talking with like an ex-marketing executive from Disney, and she just like casually reveals that they were like suddenly putting in their marketing and like sending like messages so that kids would think like fish were cool before releasing Finding Nemo, and like like unironically like admitted to like regularly like basically feeding people things to like make them like something before they'd release a movie. And it was like terrifying. It's like, how did you do that?
But it's always just
Like, yeah, we did
what I
this and
mean is when
this.
people are like, they confess to their crime. Well, it's like people saying like when saying like a big explosion happened in like earlier in the year there was a movie with a big explosion. There's always like I don't want to say crazy, but there's always crazies in the comments like predictive programming. Once you know to look for sense, why would they tell you they're going to do it? Why would they do that?
I don't know.
Why would they confess to it prior?
Because it's a sadistic glee, right? Because the people that can hear it, they'll try and warn people, but they'll think they're crazy, and it's like you're doomed to a life of being
But it's
doubted.
like, surely they care more about making the conspiracy goes off without a hitch and not confessing to it before they do it. It's a
No,
gloat.
it's secret. It's secret plans to communicate with their conspirators.
Not even conspiratorial. The idea is that it's like, I know you're doing it, but you're like mocking me because you know people won't believe me. Why? Why would they care?
That's like some anime twink villain shit. It's like, who's gonna believe you? Go on, tell
It's like,
the
I
government.
won't kill you. I won't even touch you. But no one will believe you again. From now on, you're Akatsuki the liar.
Mantle of the liar.
Here's your cape. He puts like a sheet on you.
For no reason.
Yeah, for
Unprompted, he just wanted to say it.
Here's your cape. He's like, no, the white flag of surrender. Is there no escape from it?
This is so fucked.
Do
You ever
think,
accidentally
like-
hit a button on your computer and now you can't get it to turn off?
No.
I hit a button somewhere and I can't get this damn menu off. There we go. I got it. Sorry, you were asking?
So, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if the moon had an army,
Mm-hmm.
their flag would be a white flag, surely. So would everyone just think they're going to surrender immediately?
Their flag would not be a white flag. It would be like gray with little dark spots on it.
But people would still think it's a white flag, surely.
No, that's the moon flag. I have to admit, if there were people on the moon who had a flag and an identity and they still let all the other country flags stand this tall, they're fucking cowards.
Exactly.
They're spineless.
They should have come out with an axe, like, and cut it down like a lumberjack.
They should have been like, don't defile our land with your
was
petty
like-
patriotism.
They should have fired 6 Martian moon flags into the surface of the Earth. It's like a massive explosion,
all
like,
six of-
annihilates a city. It's like, there's something in the centre of the crater, sir. It's like, what is it? And it's a moon flag.
All 6 of ours are still standing. Looks like we're one up on you, aren't we, Moonman?
It's like, but sir, there are many humans living in that city. Good. We'll be able to see the damage easily.
Personally, if I was on the moon and I was planting flags, I would put a security measure so if someone tried to tip over the flag, they'd get attacked.
The turret pops up.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that? Oh shit!
You know what's fucked up about the moon?
What?
It's a lot smaller than Earth, but like, to my knowledge, astronauts don't have like real cars up there, so like they could never travel. No one's ever traveled the whole moon. I can't wait till we have the first astronaut that's like gone around the whole moon on a road trip.
Like a bike? On a motorbike?
Yeah,
I mean, that'd be incredible. That'd actually be sick.
yeah, or like an electric rail around the moon. They could train around. We're building a rail system on the moon. Why? Fuck you. It's for sightseeing.
There's a giant frog like launching itself into it. I won't let it go away, Tom.
I'm going to continue this so we finish the origin section. Folklorist Linda Deeg suggested that writer-director Peter Hume's film Capricorn 1, 1978, which shows a hoax journey to Mars in a spacecraft that looks identical to the Apollo craft, might have given a boost to the hoax theory's popularity in the post-Vietnam War.
Sorry, Mr. Hyams, I'm sure you meant no harm what you are giving on the list. The time travelers list.
Deeg sees a parallel with other attitudes during the post-Watergate era, when the American public were inclined to distrust official accounts.
Nixon's
Actually,
good on
that's fair. That's fair, because he's the guy who saw the moon, and then you find out about Watergate, and it's like, wait a minute.
Yes, but
Hold
unfortunately,
on.
because there's Nixon, you do have to now go on the list. Well, you're actually already on there for Watergate, but you're now on the list for this too.
Yeah, you're double on the list, which bumps you up.
This
a
is fucked
priority
up, because it's
tier.
like Death Note Beyond at this point. Just like, I can after you are dead, I can punish you for the crime retroactively.
It's fucked up.
It's like Death Note, but I can put the year in.
Deeg sees a parallel with other attitudes during the post-Watergate era, when the American public were inclined to just... Deeg writes, the mass media catapult these The mass media catapult these half-truths into a kind of twilight zone where people can make their guesses sound as truths.
Rod Serling's
Mass media have a terrible impact on people who lack guidance.
Rod Serling's like, say that again?
The mass media catapult these half-truths into a kind of twilight zone?
It's like fantastic. You know Rod Serling, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Who is he?
No.
He's the guy who made the Twilight Zone.
Who hosted Twilight Zone? Yeah.
Say that again.
In A Man on the Moon, first published in 1994, Andrew Chaikin mentions that at the time of Apollo 8's lunar orbit mission in December 1968, similar conspiracy theories were already in circulation. Mm-hmm. All right. So what's our final verdict? Moon landing. Real or fake?
Well, I feel like we've gone over it a great deal. We've considered all the angles, of course, and learned so much. I think it happened still. I saw it on TV.
I think it happened.
I didn't see it on TV. I went back in time while I was taking care of the time traveller list, and I stood outside and I looked up with my telescope eyes and I saw Neil Armstrong and he waved at me.
Yeah, and he said, "Ooh, I see you, Tanhoney." He also possessed the Imperial Eye.
Yeah, the same eyes.
I love the idea of Neil Armstrong looking up at the sky, and it's like always wistfully looking at the stars. He's looking at something beyond what we can see, but he's like actually staring at the moonman. He's like, "I'm coming for you."
He's like, you see his eyes are like pinpricks. They're zoomed all the way in.
The moonmen like fall to their knees with like gravity pressure. They're like, "We're being noticed."
My lungs, I can't breathe. His hockey.
I think Neil Armstrong would have hockey.
Probably, yeah. He's a conqueror of sorts.
Interesting.
I've been reading One Piece. I've been getting back into it again. I'm like at chapter 500.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell.
I finished Thriller Bark, and it was a pretty good arc.
I still need to read that.
How far did you get into One Piece?
I got to the end of Venice Lobby.
Oh, that was a good arc. Good answer.
The best arc in Shonen, in my opinion, that I've read anyway so far.
Me when I land on the moon and a guy walks past me and goes CP9.
I fucking love the like leopard dude or whatever.
Rob Lucci, yeah.
Rob Lucci. So you ready for some comments?
Yes, absolutely.
Not a Swedish Skinwalker says, "We've now derailed and made a new track. As a Aetherhead, I can confirm you can enter the gates of heaven when you read/listen. I'm early in Arc 12 and moving forward."
Never stop moving forward. Absolutely.
Never. Dinotail says, "Okay, so the lore is expanded beyond anything I predicted. The Oort Cloud is actually a prison for space monsters. The government covered up an alien from another world. The military is a clown. New Mexico isn't real. Wait, I'm from New Mexico."
Bye.
Also,
you start the fade away. With my ability, I've turned you into a figment of my imagination, and now I'm about to fall asleep.
Dinotail says, "Oh boy, Tan Horny has been unleashed again. I recommend all Venusian women evacuate Earth immediately."
What the hell?
It's fucked up.
They're here.
By the way, they actually...
Where are they?
No! Get away, Venusian women!
No, I'm normal. I can be trusted around Venusian.
Just like Sukuna waking up like, "Where are the Venusian women of this era?"
It's like they don't exist in this era. Sukuna-sama is like, fuck.
Fuck.
He like bites off his thumb and tosses it
Tremendous.
to go, just like, have someone eat this in 1,000 years and we'll see how things pan out.
Dinotails also says, "By the way, there actually is a Roswell incident SCP. It's called 6848. Perhaps you guys can read it one day and decide which story is true."
We already know which story is true. Doesn't need deciding.
That is true. MT says, "If it was an alien starship man, for reals, no cap. Some guy, Roswell, 1947. If you're looking for interesting manga, I'd recommend Reincarnation no Kaben. Think Record of Ragnarok x JJK. Whoa! That sounds pog!
Sitting
Where
up,
instead of
locked in.
curses... Hold on, where instead of curses, historical figures descend into people with interesting powers related to their fields or discoveries.
I did have a look
Hold
at this
on.
comment earlier. I thought that did sound pretty good.
Should we read this? Another one is Tenkaichi Nihon Saikyo Mononofu, which is Records of Ragnarok but Japanese. Oh, I kind of want to read this Reincarnation no Kaben. I'm hooked.
Maybe take it out. Take a look at it. Apparently it's on Twitter.
Heyo? Thank you, MT. Heyo? That sounds cool as fuck. Alright, I think that's everything though, so I guess we'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Bye! Time to me.